Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 69 of the Clockwork Cantina. How are you all doing today? I am one of your hosts, Josh902, and this is the awesomest co host ever.
And I'm DT3. What's up, guys? How's it going? Hello.
How are we doing today, everybody? Hope you're all doing
Yeah, I'm
well.
doing well. Hope you
Yeah.
guys had a good weekend and all that good stuff.
Mm hmm.
Uh,
And, sorry, I'm adjusting Daniel's volume up a little bit
and
because he was a
hopefully
little
it's been a
quiet.
good week as well. So
There we go. Yes. So I was a little sick the day before yesterday. I think it's the pollen that got to me, um, more than anything, because I was outside I'm having to clean out my old house and move stuff around outside, and there's just a lot of pollen, because it's springtime, man. The cold weather is gone, and the trees have decided they want to breed everywhere. So a lot of pollen out and about.
breed
Indeed. This episode's going to be about Godzilla vs Kong. We watched it last week.
about a week ago, yeah.
Yeah. And we have some thoughts on that, but that'll be in the second half of the show. For those of you new to the show, we talk about what we've been up to the past week in the first half, as well as the news that we've usually scavenged up over the past week. And the show's usually on Monday, but we're having a show on Wednesday because I was sick on Monday and just didn't feel very good. Uh, didn't have much of a didn't have much of a voice. Still don't have much of a voice really, which is kind of funny. Um, but anyway, we start off with talking about what we've been up to the past week. So Daniel, what have you been up to the past week, my friend?
All right. The past week, I have been, uh, I've been getting a lot back into Apex Legends. So I've been playing a lot of that. That's been fun getting back into that after not playing it for like a very long time, like over a year. I don't remember exactly how long, but it's been a long time. Uh, yeah, been playing that. Been play a little bit of Fall Guys, but not a whole lot. Play a little bit of Battlefront 2, but not a whole lot. Played some Helldivers, another game that I've been getting back into. Fun 4-player co-op dealio. Um, that's been a good time getting back into that because I used to play it on the PS4, but I recently got it on Steam and I've been playing with Maggie and Majin, and it's been fun. Um,
Hell yeah!
I finally beat Rise of the Tomb Raider on stream, so that is done. I'm gonna be starting Shadow of the Tomb Raider next week because this week I've just been playing like Overwatch and that kind of stuff. More multiplayer focused type things for the week, just to take a break from the single player games for the week. Watch some movies, watch Mars Attacks, watch Commando. Uh we finally watched the last Austin Powers movie. That one was a long time coming, but we finally did that.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course watch the new episodes of Falcon and Winter Soldier and Invincible, and yeah, I mean that's pretty much been it. I also, just for the last thing here, I recently bought a drawing tablet, and I was experimenting and playing around with that, and that's been pretty fun.
Hell yeah!
Uh, I'm not like an expert artist or anything, but it's just nice to have a drawing tablet for when I want to mess around with that for whatever occasion I need it for. So it's
Yeah,
been cool. It's been doing me well. So yeah,
you've
I,
talked
I, I
about how
like
you
it.
wanted one for a while and that you used to draw quite a bit
Yeah,
back in the
yeah,
day. I
yeah.
think.
Indeed,
Hmm.
yeah. I used to, but it's just been so long that I'm just not like I just haven't really done anything with it. But yeah, I like to make doodles or little sketches here and there every once in a while. So it's fun. It's fun. So
Maybe
yeah,
a
I've been
future
liking that.
drawing stream for you or something. Would be kind of cool.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. We'll see. Could be
Hell
fun.
yeah, man. Um, I like your little doodles. They're a hell of a lot better than anything I can do. Which is like
They're like quick little shits that I do.
I'm
It's not.
like Baba. Like I can draw a stick figure and that's about it, and it looks wonky. um, but yeah, it's cool that you got that. I know you talked about it for a little bit about
Yeah,
something you wanted to get.
yeah.
Um, what have I been up to? Well, the past week I've been trying out some games. I bought Evil Genius 2. That came out on let's see, what day did that come out? I have my Steam open here. And I reorganized my favorites list the other day. So it came out on, well, the store page doesn't want to load. March 30th. It's pretty fun. I didn't play the first Evil Genius game, but the premise is basically you're an evil genius. You're basically like a parody of a James Bond villain. You have your minions, and you're trying to take over the world. I have a lot of fun with it. It's cool. It's cool. I need to play more of it. I've played about 8 hours, which is I'm surprised that I've only played like I've played that much. I should say. Um, but that's not all I've been playing this past week. Um, I also have I tried out. I bought a game yesterday called, where's it at? Colony Ship, a post-Earth role-playing game that just came out in early access yesterday. It came out yesterday. Um, so what it is, it's made by the devs that I believe made a game called Age of Decadence, which was like a turn-based
Mm,
hardcore role-playing game.
I've heard of that.
Um,
Yeah.
they are notoriously fucking difficult, by the way. And when I tell you how difficult this is, guys, I played this game for 26 minutes. I died within the first 5 minutes of this game because I started a fight that I shouldn't have and got my ass handed to me by two
Rip.
dudes. By two guys. I was one guy. I got killed by two guys. Um, uh, but I look the atmosphere of it, the setting of it, is something that really intrigues me. Um, you're born onto this ship. It's a ship going to this other Earth-like world, but it's gonna take like hundreds of years to get there. So people literally born, live their entire lives, and die on this ship as old people. It's really cool. I like that idea. Um, but the premise is Colony Ship is a turn-based, party-based role-playing game set aboard a generation ship launched to Proxima Centauri. The game features a detailed skill-based character system, multiple ways to handle quests, choices and consequences, and branching dialogue trees. I want to check out more. The only reason I played it for 30 minutes is because I was really tired yesterday. Like really tired. Like like I didn't even hang out on Daniel's Discord last night, which is something I usually do because I was so fucking tired that I was just sleeping. So I slept a lot yesterday, and that's why I only played like 30 minutes. But I'm gonna hop back into it today at some point. And I think that's it for the games. Let me double check here. Yeah, that's all I've been playing on the games. Um, as for movies, we watched Mars Attacks, we watched Commando, we watched Austin Powers and Goldmember. Um, all really fun movies for different reasons. And then
Is there?
just been kind of moving stuff out of my old house. And it's crazy what you find when you're moving shit. Bro, Daniel, I found my original Jedi Academy disc.
Hell yeah, dude.
I found my original Battlefront book.
Hell yeah.
Like the book from the fucking game.
That's awesome, dude.
uh, I found so much shit. It's in boxes. I'll have to
I,
bring it up here and just like show it. I haven't
I
moved it out
saw
yet.
I saw on Snapchat you also found your fucking sword, man. I was like, God damn.
Oh yeah, I have all that stuff over there. It's just like wall hanger stuff. That's the one I put on Snapchat's from Conan, by the way. It's the
Yeah.
Atlantean sword on it there, I think.
I was like, shit, you got one of those. I think I remembered that you had it, but since it's been so long, I
Mm-hmm.
forgot. It's funny
None
though,
of
yeah.
that. I used to have stuff hanging on the walls in my old house, but up here I don't have anything yet. The only thing hanging on the wall is the poster I have right there of Alec, the D&D NPC that I have. Um, all my swords and stuff are literally they're on the other side of this desk, just leaning against the wall. For the moment. So I also have my own trident that's leaning against the wall over there. I need to hang all this shit up at some point.
Fucking
Uh,
trident, dude. That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it's right over there, man. I'll have to show it off. I'll put it on Snapchat. Snapchat.
All
Uh,
right.
oh yeah, that's right. We played a little bit of Final Fantasy. Oh my god, I'm so bad with Roman numerals. 14? Is it 14? That MMO one.
Yeah.
Um, uh, and it's the first foray into that. I haven't played into it a whole lot. I played with a little bit with Majin in the chat. Um, there, and I'm playing a Dragoon, and I'm playing like a, oh my god, I forgot what the
Well,
ancestry slash race is called.
at least you're not playing a Dracloon.
Dracloon. No, that's Derper. Um,
Hey,
uh,
got him.
um, that's right. I forgot to put that in my notes. Um, and other than that, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot going on this week. Other than I'm moving, which is a whole lot. And when I say moving, I mean moving shit out of the old house into the new house because that old house is gonna go bye bye soon.
Bye
Uh,
bye.
mm-hmm. Um, but a shitload of stuff. Been helping my dad to kind of like move stuff around. We put up some shelves yesterday in the kitchen, or some cabinets or whatever you call them, shelves, cabinets, like up on the wall,
Yeah.
dude. You have to stand there and hold that shit with your arms till the fucking blood runs out of it. It runs out of your arms. It's so painful. It sucked. My
Yeah.
dad looked at me and said, "How would you like to hang cabinets for a living?" Because my dad used to work in a carpenter shop and they would go and hang up cabinets and make cabinets and stuff for like apartment buildings and stuff like that. And he's like, "How would you like to do this for a living?" I was like, "I wouldn't like it very much." um, but yeah, that's been my week. Um, not a whole lot going on. God, I feel like I haven't talked much the past 2 days, so my voice is a little weird. Um, but yeah, since that's what we've been up to, let us hit the news. Daniel, what do we have in the news
Let's
today?
get started. So for the first thing in gaming news, uh talk about Elite Dangerous Odyssey's alpha.
Oh yeah.
Um the first phase is first person on foot only in a single star system. So Elite Dangerous Odyssey is a highly anticipated expansion, uh, which is an alpha. I believe right now. At the time of this article, it wasn't out yet, and it was supposed to be on coming out on Monday, but I believe it should be out now. But there's an image here that has the four parts. The first part,
Oh,
uh, the second part. For the phase one is called First Steps. Phase two is combat. Phase three is exploration, and phase four is compatibility. Um,
I have it up on stream for you guys in the chat.
there it is. Yeah. So it's like they're like kind of like limiting it little by little. Um, but I think it's a smart way to go
Mm-hmm.
about
It's nice to have
it, bit by bit.
a roadmap, right? Like it's nice to be
Yeah,
like, here's this phase, here's what we're gonna do here. Here's this phase, here's what we're gonna do here. Like that's pretty smart. It's very clever. It's the right way to do things.
yeah,
It sets expectations of how it's gonna be. I've yet to dip my toe in Elite Dangerous, but I know some of our friends have been dipping their toes in them this past
yeah.
week.
They've been recently playing it again, which makes me want to play it
Yeah, I might
again as
check it out.
well because I haven't played it in a little bit. But yeah, it's a fun game. But yeah, this alpha is going to be going on for the next several weeks. Uh, and yeah, they're gonna The roadmap will help the development team with invaluable data to adjust and fine tune the experience before the release in late spring, which it doesn't have a release date yet for the deal for this DLC, but it's just sometime in the late spring. Um, yeah, that's kind of how it is for now. At some point, hopefully soonish, they'll get something here. But yeah, for now we have the alpha there. They're doing it in phases, going on for the next several weeks. So if you're into this game or you want to get into it, now would probably be a good time because this new Odyssey is an alpha and it'll be coming out at some point before the end of spring.
I really hope joystick prices settle back in and are kind of like a little easier to get one, because the one I have is fine, but it's old AF. I'd
Mhm.
like to get like a new one, really,
Yeah,
and
I'm so glad that I got mine like months before Squadrons came out because I got my flight stick for Squadrons, which I haven't played that in a little bit either. I should probably get back to that because I know they've been constantly um like adding little small updates here and there for that one. But anyway, yeah, I'm just glad I got mine before they skyrocketed because I figured that's what was gonna happen, which is why I got mine when I did. It was before Squadrons came out, I was prepping for that and actually like funny enough to bring this back to Elite Dangerous. Elite Dangerous was the first game that I tried out with that joystick that I got. So there you
mm-hmm.
go. But yeah,
Hell
I
yeah,
mean,
man.
you should just keep an eye on them. Like that's what I ended up doing. I just kept an eye on like once I found the one that I wanted to get, I kind of just like kept an eye on it on like eBay and Amazon and that kind of stuff. And yeah,
Will do. Um, they are definitely not cheap at the moment. Well, Microsoft Flight Sim and then Squadrons both came out like around the same time, so it's like good luck
yeah,
getting a flight stick now, buddy.
hmm yeah.
Eventually, I will though. Till then, I have the old one that works just fine. What do we got next, Daniel? If that's all there is for Elite Dangerous.
Next up, we'll talk about No Man's Sky and their new update called
Again?
Expeditions. No Man's
Holy
Sky
shit.
Expeditions. Yeah, it was a surprise update that was released on Wednesday, March 31st. Uh, there's a trailer for it, a little video if you want to check that out.
I already have her up.
No Man's Sky Expeditions update. So there's a new jetpack, loading optimization, new HUD, rendezvous planets, golden helmet rewards, target sweep mode, 4K HUD and UI, new rewards, golden ship rewards. Yeah, look at you can get a golden ship.
Holy shit.
Cross-platform naming merge, mission patches, high def exploration starships. That's space anomaly ship exchanging. That's pretty cool. Twitch drop support, expedition planner. That's so cool. Look at that. You just plan out, you're from planet to planet. Galaxy map colorblind support, improved text chat, improved pinning. Walker Titanfalls, improved sentinel balance,
Jesus.
ongoing seasons. Yeah, for a surprise update, it's a lot, huh?
We we talk about this every time there's a fucking update for No Man's Sky, but what a comeback story for these guys. I mean, like, really, it's insane how much work they put into this. Like, it is, it's crazy. And what's even crazier, it's like, I feel like that last update they did wasn't even that long ago, like 2, 3 months ago, maybe, that they
I
did it.
don't I don't know
It's
exactly,
crazy.
but yeah, it feels like it was kind of recent, yeah. Yeah, it's
That's
cool though,
cool.
man. You love to see it, man, because that's pretty badass
Hmm.
to be honest. So
I will give those guys all the praise in the world. Whereas CD Projekt Red launched a broken thing and are still struggling to fix it. No Man's Sky is still coming through with their updates, even all these years later. Which I hope happens. The same thing happens to Cyberpunk, but we'll see. Um.
well, it's funny you should mention Cyberpunk because that's our next topic here.
Oh yeah. Okay. It is.
So the next thing is the future of Cyberpunk 2077's multiplayer is still up in the air. Uh, so CD Projekt is rethinking Cyberpunk 2077's multiplayer elements. President and joint CEO Adam Kaczynski explained during the company's recent strategy update, and I quote: "Previously, we hinted that our next AAA would be a multiplayer Cyberpunk game, but we have decided to reconsider this plan. Uh, Given our new, more systematic and agile approach, instead of primarily focusing on one big online experience or game, we're focusing on bringing online onto all of our franchises one day." When asked for more information by investors, Kazinki clarified that when they say online, they mean multiplayer. Uh, we are building an online technology that can be seamlessly integrated into development of our future games. This technology will power outline components we choose to introduce in our games, and will ensure we can do so without any great technological debt. With this technology in place, we can start to grow an online community powered by our own GOG Galaxy platform, which connects gamers both inside and outside of our games. Um, but yeah, the idea of a online cyberpunk went it goes back all the way to the announcement of the game back in 2013, where they had mentioned some multiplayer features, and you know, but here we are now in 2021, and cyberpunk, like you said, did not debut with the best as best it could be, and there's no online, and yeah. So do you think at this point, like, with the game still not fully the way it should be, and them still talking about multiplayer, is this something they should still do, or do you think they should just give up on multiplayer for Cyberpunk, and then like leave the multiplayer for their future games, and just for right now continue to focus on making Cyberpunk everything it should be and fixing it? Or what do you think? What are your thoughts on all
I
this?
don't. It's definitely not a focus at the moment. Like I'm fine with them putting it on the back burner. Because look, CD Projekt Red, it's gonna take years for them to rebuild and regain that trust that they squandered. Like with their marketing that was kind of deceptive for certain people and things like that. With the console for the console releases of Cyberpunk. Um, so that it may never fully recover that trust that it kind of burned up. Um, this I think the multiplayer stuff, it shouldn't be a focus now. They need to fix Cyberpunk 2077. They released a big patch just the other day, a couple days ago, or whatever it was, last week maybe. Um, that's that fixed a ton of stuff, but it's still nowhere near where it needs to be. So, um, we'll see if they keep doing that. We'll see if they can rebuild that trust. And if they can, that's good. If they can't, that's gonna be very bad for the future of that company. Um, I don't know. I don't really know because like their multiplayer. I don't know what kind of multiplayer they're gonna have. Like,
Yeah, I get you.
like they want all their future games to have multiplayer. Well, no offense, but your single player game's not doing too good right now, CD Projekt Red. So like if you want all your future games to have multiplayer, you better get your ass in gear and get shit fixed. And never let a monumental mistake like that happen ever again, in my opinion. Um, so those are my thoughts on it.
Majin in the chat was saying a Witcher Online multiplayer.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun. But again, yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. Like, it depends on what they're trying to go for with the multiplayer stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because who knows? I mean, is it going to be like a GTA online type thing, or is it going to be like, uh, yeah, like just a like a you know. Well, actually, here we go. In a late 2020 investor call, uh, CFO Peter, I apologize if I mispronounced this man's name, but Peter Nilubowitz pro, protested a reference to the game's multiplayer aspects as a mode, but rather said there would be a separate dedicated production to develop a standalone project. Uh, so they're kind of like, I guess this would mean that like they're kind of thinking of it to be kind of like a Red Dead Online or a Grand Theft Auto Online, where you can make it its own separate thing, as opposed to
Mm.
just being like a mode or like like a team deathmatch or something, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
So there you go. That's kind of what they're, I guess, what they're going for instead. A bigger like thing they can do on its own. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. There you go. There's a little bit of your Cyberpunk 2077 uh multiplayer news. They're still working on the single player, and yeah, who knows what or if the multiplayer will ever come to fruition for this incarnation of the game. But yeah.
All right.
Next up, here we have April's PlayStation Plus lineup. We have for this month of April, which you can get as of yesterday, until May 3rd. Uh, we have Oddworld Soulstorm, Days Gone. If you never played Days Gone, that's a good one. And then Zombie Army Dead War 4. So Oddworld Soulstorm is for the PS5, and then Days Gone and Zombie Army Dead War 4 is for PS4, PlayStation 4. And again, they are for PlayStation Plus members for the month of April 2021. So yeah, I have played Days Gone. I would recommend it if you haven't played it by now, and it's free if you have a PlayStation Plus. So I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't grab it. Uh, but yeah, good stuff there. I figured eventually maybe that one would get on there, but yeah, there you go. There's your PS Plus games of the month. One for PS5, two for PS4. Now
Gotcha.
let's talk about this dope ass Republic Commando collector edition from Limited Run, which looks amazing. So Limited Run Games has an open pre-order for the uh collector's edition of Star Wars Republic Commando, because they're bringing Republic Commando out for the current gens. And man, that collector's edition looks so cool. It has a commemorative metal coin, the game itself, obviously, a thermal detonator enamel pin, the steelbook, which I am a personally, I don't know about you, Josh, but me, when it comes to movies and games and just like physical media that has a disc with it, I am a sucker for steelbooks. I love steelbooks, man. I
Mm-hmm.
don't
They're
know.
cool.
I don't know why, but I've always loved steelbooks. They're just
I
badass.
found some of mine today when I was packing shit. I'll have to take photos next time I bring it up here.
Nice. So it comes with the steelbook. It comes with some art cards, a reversible 18 by 24 poster, and the certificate of authenticity. And yeah, this looks super cool, man. It will be April 16th is the date for 89.99. Again, limited run games. Check them out. Um I'm so like conflicted because I want it, but $90, dude. It's like,
Mm.
and again, this is a game that I already have like multiple times, so it's like I don't want to $90 for a game that I already have, and it's like, oh, like ultimately, I don't think I'm going to be getting it, but man, if I had like if I could, I probably would.
Yeah, it's cool though.
Like
I
it just,
mhm.
yeah, I don't know. I just, it's so cool, but yeah, again, I already, I just let me rephrase what I said earlier. It's not if I could, I would. If I could like justify doing it, you know, it's like
Yeah,
because again, like I already have this game a couple times, and like I honestly don't know how often I would play it on the Switch anyway. It would just be like, here's all this cool shit that I, am getting it for, But yeah, I don't know. I actually have never gotten anything like one of these like limited run game like collector's editions or
I
anything.
haven't either. There's
I've
been some
okay,
I wanted.
yeah. I think eventually I probably will because these things are too badass not to get, and I'm sure eventually there's going to be a game that I want that I probably will end up getting. But yeah, I haven't gotten one yet. I wanted to get like the Jedi Academy one or some of those other ones that they came out with like a while back, and I couldn't get those. Those sold out like pretty quickly. But yeah, this one's pretty cool. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. And then even if you don't want to do the collector's edition, I think they're just selling the game on its own too, like the physical thing. So yeah, limitedrungames.com. Shout out to them.
Gotcha. Yeah, I really wanted their Command and Conquer the remaster they did an edition for, and I
Mhm.
wanted it so bad, but money at the time was just not there, so I couldn't get it. And now I'll never get it because you can't get it anymore. Mhm. But man, it was cool at the time. What we got next? Looks like
Next up, we're gonna stick with Star Wars, and we're gonna talk about
mhm.
how the Lego Star Wars complete saga, or not the complete saga, that was the original one back when we only had 6 Star Wars movies. The Skywalker saga, which has all 9, has been delayed indefinitely. TT Games over on Twitter threw out a image, or tweeted out an image that says, all of us at TT Games are working hard to make Lego Star Wars the Skywalker saga the biggest and best Lego game ever, or the best ever Lego game. uh and but we're gonna need more time to do it. We won't be able to make our intended spring release date, but we will provide updated launch timing as soon as possible. So yeah, I think this is. I think anytime like a game is gonna get delayed, I think it's smart for people to just not pull a Cyberpunk and give it another release date. Just if you're gonna delay something, delay it indefinitely, and then when you're ready to go and rock and roll, you throw out a release date. But you don't want to be the you don't want to say, oh, we're gonna delay it, so here's a date. Oh, we can't make this one, we're gonna delay it again. Here's a date, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, there you
Mhm.
go. Miyamoto-san, a delayed game is eventually good, but a rush game is forever bad. That's
Exactly.
so true, man.
Mhm. We're all gonna remember the failure that was Cyberpunk. I mean, for a long
Which
time.
which is a shame because I actually I had fun with the game, dude, despite like
Mhm.
being not what it should have been. I still had fun with Cyberpunk, but I mean, but I also didn't have as many issues as other people did with it. So yeah, I don't know. That one's kind of weird. But anyway, I'm excited for the Lego Star Wars game. I've played all of the other ones before. This one should be fun because it has, I would imagine, for sure it's gonna have all 9 movies, the main movies, and I'd imagine it'd probably have some of the other spin-off stuff too, like as DLC or something.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, very very cool. Very excited for that. They can take all the time they need. We've been waiting for this already, so whatever. Take your time, man. There's plenty of other things to play in the meantime. Now, to finish off our uh gaming news
I
for the
actually have a
week.
couple things once you're done with
Okay,
these.
okay, okay, okay. Well,
I forgot to put them in here, unfortunately.
we have an announcement for something that's returning this year.
Oh yeah.
Uh, E3 is returning on June 12th through the 15th for a digital digital conference, digital event. Um, yeah, so June, I said 12th to the 15th, yeah. And Nin- Nintendo, Xbox, Capcom, Konami, Ubisoft, Take-Two Interactive, Warner Brothers Games, uh, and more to come will be there. Um, Obviously there's going to be a few that won't be there, like Sony and a couple others, since they haven't gone in a couple. They haven't, they didn't go to the last one either. Anyway, the last few, I should say, or I say last year, but we didn't have an E3 last year, so yeah, I guess the last one, uh,
Yeah.
for that, which was 2019. Um, but yeah, so E3 is coming back, digital event. A lot of people are like speculating, like, yo, are we gonna get a fucking GTA 6 announcement, or there are, of course, you know how the internet is, man. They're already like, oh, E3 is coming back. Okay, what are we gonna get? We're gonna get some Elden Ring. We're gonna get some Super Mario Strikers. We're gonna get some GTA 6. We're gonna get some this, or we're gonna get some that, or like what
Look,
some Metroid Prime 4 news, or like
gaming announcements this year should be really exciting because it's a new generation, baby,
yeah,
and we've
that's a good point.
barely scratched the surface, right? So we're gonna
Yeah,
see, I hope, a lot of cool shit. And honestly, I think we should see that. I really, really do.
I agree. I agree, and that's a good point you bring up. Is that we're in a new generation now. The
Mm,
the new consoles are out already. We're not waiting for them to come out. They're out now. So yeah, I hope we get something that like that we've been waiting a long time for, or it's just something that's like that would like break in the internet. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what I'm hoping for. But yeah, I don't know, man. We shall see. We shall see. Um, it's exciting though that we're
hmm
even though it's a it's gonna be a digital thing, which yeah, that's let's do it, man. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do, what they come up with. Um, like I said, hopefully we get something great. And then again, yeah, you brought up the good point of like we're in a new gen now, so let's go, man. Come on, give us something good,
Yeah.
E3.
Hey, this was some good shit. I want to see it. I want to see some Star Wars stuff. I want to
Oh,
see.
I'd love to.
I want to see a. Honestly, I'd like to see an announcement for like another Command and Conquer game. To be honest with you, like they've had the remake that was a big hit. Even if it was an announcement of another remake for like Red Alert 2, I'd be all about that and stuff like that. But as always, the things we're always most excited for are the things that we have no idea are coming. So
Yeah,
uh, I'm about it. I'm about it. They obviously saw last year about Jeff Keighley and the Summer Game Fest and all that, how they were able to do all that stuff and kept people excited. So I guess they were like, you know what, we probably should do that. um. So yeah, that'll be exciting. It'll be a thing to look forward to, and it's not that long away either.
no, it's
Just a
only
couple
like
months.
a couple months. Yeah,
Yeah. All right. Is that the last of we have to say
yeah,
on the
yeah,
E3? All
yeah.
right.
What you got? What you got?
So the first thing I have is the Diablo 2 Resurrected technical alpha is fixing to drop here. I accidentally closed the thing that had the date on it. Let me open it back up. Oh, oh. I'll make some Baba noises for you when I find it. It'll be this weekend. Um, I don't have the exact date here, but it is this weekend. So for those of you that are excited about the Diablo 2 remake, remaster, whatever they're calling this thing, um, that'll be a thing that is going to happen. So just keep an eye out in your Blizzard launcher and emails, I believe. Yeah, invites are going out throughout the Friday. Friday, here it is.
Friday,
So
okay.
make sure you're pre-registered.
So this Friday.
Yes, yes, this Friday, a limited amount of PC players who have pre-registered on the Diablo 2 Resurrected website will be able to download the technical alpha. Invitations will be distributed throughout the day in waves, starting at 7 a.m. Pacific time.
There you go. So Friday, April 9th, 2021.
Um, and you're allowed to capture, record, or stream the game throughout the test if you so choose.
Okay, okay.
Uh, the technical alpha will run until 10 a.m. Pacific time uh, on Monday, April 12th. So you'll be able to play all weekend, and then it'll be over with. Yes.
Okay.
3 of the classes. It'll be only the single player. All that jazz. The other thing that I had was the Mass Effect Legendary Edition rebalancing, tuning, and mechanical improvements. So I think it was yesterday that some press got their hands on the Legendary Edition or info from the Legendary Edition. I think they sent out some videos for Mass Effect. I included it in here because Daniel is going to be playing this fucking game, and I'm going to be playing this fucking game too, because I love Mass Effect. Um, so I'll be honest with you, there's a fuckload of changes, a ton of fucking changes. So I'm not going to go over them all. But one of the coolest things that I found out that they're adding is like they're adding more hairstyles to the game, and more skin tones. So they're adding more of that stuff. They've significantly most of the changes they've made are to the first game, because obviously it was the oldest.
Yeah, it's the oldest one. It's a 2007 game, so yeah.
Yeah, like for example, one of the changes is Shepard, who's the main character, can now sprint out of combat. You couldn't do that in the original game.
Well, shit. Thank goodness for that.
But they've redone weapon accuracy. They've redone a lot of the weapons, weapons cooldowns, a lot of that stuff. They changed the way how you can command your squad mates in the first game. They're more similar to the second and third game now. They've tweaked some boss fights. They've rebalanced experience. They redid the Mako or the Mako, which is a vehicle in the first game that you would drive, Daniel.
Mhm.
And in the original game, it was notoriously difficult to control. Like it was super floaty and was weird sometimes. So they've went back and redone it a little bit.
That's good.
And some of that stuff.
It'll be nice to play this game for the first time and then play it now the way they're doing it and having no idea what they changed because I just did not play the game back in the day. So people are gonna be going like, "Oh my god, they did this different. They changed that." And I'm just like, "Oh, that's cool."
I know one thing that they changed was in the first game to hide loading screens, you'd ride elevators, and they would take for fucking ever. In the remaster, it loads really quick, but you can also skip it. They added a skip button once the level's loaded that like you'll throw you right to the place you're supposed to be, kind of. Or you can just ride the elevator the whole way, because there's dialogues that happen in the elevator as well, which are pretty fun. But I think after a while, like all the dialogue gets exhausted and it's the same stuff over and over again. They have a new unified launcher for all three games, includes trilogy-wide settings for subtitles and languages. Saves are all unique to each game, can be managed independently of each other. They've updated the character creator options.
I like that. I like that. I like that. That's good. That's good.
New trophies. They've integrated all the weapons and armor DLCs. So I do want to read this because in the original game, when you got DLC, you could use it from the start. It looks like they changed it here. It says, weapons and armor DLC packs are now integrated naturally into the game. They're obtainable via research or by purchasing the items from merchants as you progress through the game, rather than being immediately unlocked from the start. This ensures overall balance and progression across Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3. And then there's a couple armor pieces that are available at the start as well. That just makes sense for your character to have.
Okay.
Um, the audio has been remixed and is enhanced across all the games, and hundreds of bugs have been fixed that were legacy bugs.
Sweet.
And there's a ton more of that, but there's some stuff in here that are a little spoilery, so we're not gonna go over that stuff. But
All right, that's fine.
um, that is the Mass Effect news out there. There's also an 11-minute video, I think, from IGN or one of those game
Some gameplay.
publications. Yeah, that shows the
Ooh,
difference between the original and that, and some of the changes
that's
that
pretty
they took.
cool.
Like
I
I
kind of.
watched it, and one of the things that they changed was they took a wall of one area because it was only there to hide like loading assets.
Oh,
Since you don't
really?
need that nowadays, they took the wall out.
Wow, that's cool, man.
So that was interesting. I was surprised that they did that.
That's
Uh,
funny.
but yeah, yeah, this shows a lot of cool stuff, and a lot of new lighting and stuff too. But that's all there is on the Mass Effect front.
Cool.
Uh, and it comes out next month, right? I believe
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
May.
next month. We're a month away. Yeah.
What's the exact date here? May 14th. So yeah, fuck yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait.
Should be very, very fun.
All right, that's it for the gaming news, I believe.
Cool.
So let's hit the TV news.
Let's do it.
I
So
need need some water.
for our TV news, um, we have something I know you're looking forward to, Josh, and we have
Oh yeah, let me tell you.
the CW's Powerpuff Girls has casted a couple other people here. We have our Professor Plutonium or Utonium. My bad, not Plutonium. That just shows you how long I haven't seen the show. And
Yeah.
anyway, so the Powerpuff Girls CW show has cast their Professor Utonium and their Mojo Jojo. So here we go. Donald Faison has been cast to play Professor Drake Utonium in the pilot uh, of the show. Uh, this to me is kind of a weird choice, but I mean, this whole show is weird as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're talking about the Powerpuff Girls in their 20s being disillusioned and this and that, and yeah, he seems a little young for
That's what I was thinking.
Professor
I expected
Utonium.
somebody a little older, a little older.
Yeah, especially since they're in their 20s and Faison's what, like in his how old is this guy? I want to say he's in his like he okay, well he's 46. So he's 46 years old. Yeah, I don't know. I yeah,
Oh,
I just figured they'd cast somebody a little bit older, but I mean, I guess it makes sense if the characters are going to be in their 20s. He's in his like he's in his 40s. Like, all right, I guess, but
okay.
it's just I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to. Honestly, I don't know what the hell, man. I was gonna say like we'll have to wait and see, but I don't know if I even am gonna see. Like I just this is so weird. This is so weird, man.
I
But
might
anyway,
check the pilot out just out of curiosity. That might be about it.
I was thinking about that too, but at the same time, I'm like, do I really want to though? Like, I don't know. Maybe you can watch it. You let us know, man. Because fuck, I don't know,
Maybe.
dude. And then they've cast Nicholas Podani as as Mojo Jojo. When I just said this guy's last name, I thought of fucking John Bernthal saying Madani from
Madani.
Madani from fucking Punisher. But anyway,
Yeah.
uh Nicholas Podani has been cast as Mojo Jojo, which I'll be honest, I'm not familiar with this guy.
No, I'm not either.
I don't know what he's been in. Um but he was going to be the new Mojo Jojo. And I don't know how old Mojo Jojo is supposed to be in the animated show. but I guess it doesn't matter because he's a fucking monkey dude, right? Like I don't,
Right.
I guess I just I don't know. This whole show is weird to me, man. Like I just don't know what's yeah. So I looked up this guy on IMDb and he's not. I don't really. Yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot of uh
Credits.
yeah. Heart of Dixie, I guess, is like the main thing. I don't know.
I don't even know what that is.
It's another like I think it was a CW show. I don't know.
Okay.
But anyway,
On to something we care about.
yeah. So there you go. There's your Mojo Jojo and your Professor Utonium for Powerpuff on the CW, man.
It looks like Gunther. Imagine.
Wow.
I could see it.
So so also the show is called Powerpuff, so they're dropping the girls from the title.
Powerpuff. But the whole
Well,
song from the cartoon.
it's gonna be a different show, man.
I
It's not gonna be
know,
that
but man,
the
lame.
Powerpuff. There you go, man.
I
All right.
had
Well,
yeah,
anyway,
that they lost me. I'm not even gonna check out the pilot now. Fuck
damn.
them.
Josh just changed his tune real quickly. All right. Well, next up, let's watch how the season 2 of The Witcher wrapped its production. We have a little behind the scenes thing. That's a minute and
hmm
30 seconds long. As we start with Henry Cavill with his British accent, thanking everybody for their stuff.
That man
And
is huge.
yep. 158 days of shooting.
Whoa, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I loved The Witcher. I love The
All
Witcher
the
games. I love
masks
The Witcher
and
show.
hand sanitizer and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like season 1, but I think compared to compared to like the games, like I prefer the games still, but
Yeah.
I mean the show was fine. I liked it, but I didn't love it as much as other people for sure.
hmm
But that being said, I'm still looking forward to season 2.
Yeah. It's just good television.
Yeah. And I am a fan of Henry Cavill. Like that dude's the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, the Witcher season 2 has wrapped production. We'll be getting that sometime this year, I believe, because it skipped out on last year. We didn't have a season last year. Isn't it kind of crazy how like how long ago season 1 was? 2019. It feels like forever ago.
hmm
Especially since last year felt like a year that went on for like 5 years. But anyway,
Yeah, it's like we were all frozen in time almost. Like nothing happened other than time
15
passed, but nothing
locations.
happened.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. 15 locations, 89 cast members, and 1,200 crew members later, The Witcher has officially wrapped on season 2. There you go.
Hell yeah.
Props to everybody there for getting your done.
hmm
Before we wrap up the TV news, we have a couple of trailers to end here.
The Bad Beach,
We have a trailer for Star Wars: The Bad Batch. Let's
which I
go
haven't
ahead
watched
and
yet.
check that out. Oh, well, there you go. Here we go,
You're gonna
man.
get my live reaction, guys.
Here we go. Let's do it. So we have
Oh
the
shit.
Bad Batch, Tarkin and Lamasu, watching these guys go through a training exercise. And Tarkin is explaining how these guys are like disobedient and they disregard orders and stuff. Wrecker just yelling into the void. The show is premiering on Star Wars Day.
Hell yeah.
This show is very much going to be a sequel or continuation to Clone Wars. Like it's the animation style of season 7, which is incredible. And then we have this little kid character who's introduced. The kid's got an accent, and but he doesn't look like Tamura Morrison. He doesn't look like a clone, you know.
hmm Whoa, that
So
was
it's
trippy.
interesting to see who this kid's gonna be. So we have the premise of Tarkin and some shock troopers or the Empire want to take down the Bad Batch, and Fennec Shand comes into this at some point for one reason or another. Bad Batch is on the run with this kid, which, by the way, the kid is called Omega, and she has a energy bow from the Night Sisters. And then Rex comes into this at some point, and Saw Gerrera we hear talking right now, and he's like talking about how times have changed and whatnot. There's a lot going on, man.
Pew.
There's a lot going on. It's pretty exciting though. Like I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah.
Um, so it's gonna debut on May 4th, which is Star Wars Day, May the 4th, with a special 70-minute premiere, followed by new episodes every Friday, starting on May 7th. So that has me really hyped that we're gonna have a 70-minute premiere on March or May 4th, which is a little less than a month from now. And then only a couple days later, on the 7th, we get another episode, and then one each week after that. So that's pretty cool. I'm not sure exactly how many episodes we're supposed to get from this, but yeah, that's pretty hype. I'm looking forward to this very much. So that's the Bad Batch. Now we have a trailer for Yasuke over
Oh
at
yeah.
Netflix. This is the official teaser
I
for
watched
the
this already, and it's pretty dope.
of the Black Samurai Yasuke. And yeah, this looks cool. I dig the animation style. I like that we're going with this character, with this
Mm-hmm.
person as our main lead.
I
And
recognize some voices too.
yeah, the voice is, I believe, Lakeith Stanfield. And you know what?
hmm
Yeah, no, this looks cool. Even the trailer music sounds badass and everything. I
Yeah, it
love it.
is.
I love it.
Uh,
It looks so cool. I
I'm
this
a I'm
releases
about it. Look at
again.
that. That's fucking
Yeah,
dope.
it's super cool, man. Oh, that music though.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about this trailer, dude. I love it. It's so good.
Yeah, it's really good. If you guys haven't seen this, go listen to it with sound because
I can't wait, man.
it's
Yasuke.
dope.
Hey, yeah, that looks great, man. April 29th at the end of the month.
Oh shit. That's soon. I can't
That's this
wait.
month. That's the end of this month. Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
And to anybody wondering, this was a real person. Yasuke
Yes.
was a real person. And for a little bit of sad news, or not sad news, but a little bit of a sad realization is before Chadwick Boseman passed away, he was supposed to portray this character in live act or in a movie in live action.
Mm. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, yeah. A little bit of a sad reminder, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this animated version. Badass, dude. I can't. That looks
Same.
fantastic.
It looks great. I'm all about the
Looks
samurai.
fantastic. All right. Our last trailer here is for Marvel Studios' Loki. Um, the Loki series coming to Disney Plus on June 11th.
Yeah.
Now this show to me, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I
I
don't know
don't
more about
either.
it. I don't know what to expect. This is kind of like WandaVision for me, where I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna come along for the ride and let's see what you do.
Mhm. Wow. Um.
And then Owen Wilson, yeah, wow,
Wow. Uh.
wow.
This trailer's it's got quite
Oh,
a bit of
there's the
comedy
chat.
in it. This is everything you ever said. Please sign for it. Um, but yeah, like we're gonna get like divergent timelines and I guess stuff like that with this. From what they say in the trailer.
Yeah, it's like a time, something to do with time.
I love time travel. I live in time, so I like time.
It's
uh,
just I don't know what the fuck is going on here, man.
I don't either, but I really like
It's
Loki.
so trippy, man. June 11th. Rocks cart. Look at that. There's a
Mhm.
yeah, and they call him a Loki variant. Like he's not like, Loki,
Yeah,
Which obviously we know is not the case because Loki got killed by Thanos, right?
right. Um, I'd never do it again. Um, uh, this just looks cool. I'm excited for Loki. Like, it's one of those shows I have no idea really what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Um,
There's some interesting shots in here where I'm like, I want to pause that and like there's this shot where it's like he's sitting next to like Black Widow, it looks like, or something. I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
yeah, I saw that shot.
Yeah, it's like all it's all purple or blue or whatever, and it's like,
Mhm.
wow,
But we'll
wow.
see.
So
See
yeah, I
that.
don't, yeah, I don't know what's going on, but of course I'm gonna check it out. I just,
I don't know how. I don't think I need to know much more than this. Like I don't necessarily even want to know much more than what I got in this trailer. I'm already gonna watch the show anyway. I didn't even need a trailer. Trailer just gets me hype. Um, so I'm excited to check it when it comes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, there's our TV news for the day.
All right. What
Let's
is
move on
next?
to movie news.
Movie news.
All right, let's talk about uh something that we'll be uh talking about here a little bit later, but Godzilla vs Kong director Adam Wingard will be helming the Thundercats movie for Warner Brothers.
Thunder, 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 thunder,
Thunder,
cats.
thunder, thunder, thunder. There you go, man. So Adam Wingard, Thundercats movie for WB. Um, Godzilla vs Kong was setting some well, not setting, but it was opening up to like some pretty good numbers last week
Mm-hmm.
when it came out, and things are boding well in that regard for that. And I'm sure it's doing well on HBO Max and all that stuff. Um, but yeah, Adam Wingard, the director of Godzilla vs Kong, is going to be taking his Thundercats over as is the next, or not, or maybe not next, but like one of his upcoming projects. I know you like Thundercats,
Yeah, grew up with them.
and we're you're gonna be getting a movie here, so I'm sure you're pretty hyped about this, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I am. I'm just wondering how they're gonna do it. Like, are they gonna be CG cats? Are they gonna be practical effect Catman, Thundercats?
As long as they don't do cats from like the movie Cats,
Right?
with the
The butthole cut of
yeah, with the
Thundercat.
butt with the asshole cut, of Thundercats. Release the butthole cut of Thundercats.
No, don't ever do that. I don't even want to. That movie shouldn't even exist.
Oh boy.
But yeah, I am interested to see what they'll be doing
Uh-huh,
with
uh-huh.
this.
Yeah. Is there anything we don't not to get too much into detail, but is there anything that maybe you saw in Godzilla versus Kong from this director that that you would want to see in or looking forward to or happy about that they're doing in or that this guy could potentially do in for the Thundercats movie that he did in the Godzilla versus Kong?
Um, You know, I would like the action from Godzilla vs Kong. Um, Other than that, nothing really stands out in my mind. Like each movie is its own thing, and Godzilla vs Kong is just so different because we're dealing with the giant monsters fighting each other and stuff. So,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah.
I like the I like the
And we'll get into
visuals.
that later. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll get into that a little bit later here. So,
yeah.
all right. Well, there you go. Thundercats movie is in the works with Adam Wingard. Moving on, we have Ava DuVernay's New Gods and James Wan's The Trench. DC movies are not moving forward over at Warner Brothers. They have been halted and removed from the slate. Um, so, for those of you who remember or don't know, or may not remember or don't know, The Trench was supposed to be a spinoff from the Aquaman movie, and then New Gods is, I think that one's pretty self-explanatory, but both of these are not moving forward. They were in development, uh, but now they are obviously not moving forward. In 2018, comic book writer Tom King was working on New Gods, um, and then James Wan was wanting to do the the Trench spinoff from Aquaman. But again, neither of these are moving forward. Uh,
I remember when they announced the trench, and I was like, "How you? Why? Why are they making a movie of that?" You
yeah,
remember
it
that?
seemed like an odd choice to do. It did seem like an odd one, but I mean, it's not happening anymore, so
Oh, yeah,
whatever.
seemed weird at the time.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just glad we're getting other things now, like Blue Beetle and Static Shock and the Green Lantern Corps and Batgirl, Supergirl, Shazam, Black Adam, that kind of stuff. And then of
Yeah,
course Batman, which I'm very excited about. Um,
yeah.
but I mean,
Um,
but that's not going to be connected to these movies anyway. That's going to be on a separate,
Universe.
y- separate Earth.
All right. Yeah. Okay. What's next? I don't know if there's too much we can really talk about.
There is
But
no, there
they're
is.
just not
It's
going.
just these are movies that they're working on, but they're not anymore. Honestly, like I'm not too bummed out about either one of these being lost.
Same.
Like it's like I would watch them if they came out, but like I'm not like I'm like damn, that's a bummer or whatever. Like it is what it is, man. Like it's obviously it sucks for them that they're not going to be able to make their movies anymore. But I mean, I'm sure other opportunities will arise.
Hmm. Yeah.
Moving on from that to stick with DC news, however, Batman: The Long Halloween Part One has their voice cast. Uh, we are gonna have Jensen Ackles as Batman slash Bruce Wayne. We're gonna have Naya Rivera, R.I.P., uh, who is gonna be Catwoman Selena Kyle. She completed th- she completed her voice work for this before she passed away last year. Which is this project, which is a two-part project. Um, it says here that she completed her work for it, so that's that's cool. And part one is expected to release at some point this spring or summer. Uh, and we have Josh Duhamel as Harvey Dent, Billy Burke as James Gordon, Titus Welliver as Carmine Falcone, David Dismalchian as Calendar Man, Troy Baker as the Joker, Amy Landiker as Barbara Gordon, Julie Nathanson as Gilda Dent, Jack Quaid as Alberto, Fred Tatasciore as Solomon Grundy, Alistair Duncan as Alfred, and other Voice work was performed by Francis Callier, Greg Chun, Gary Leroy Gray, and Jim Peary. Chris Palmer, known for Superman Man of Tomorrow, is directing from a script that reteams him with Man of Tomorrow screenwriter Tim Shepardon. So this is cool. I'm all for more uh, animated DC stuff, and I'm sure I'll be checking this out at some point
Same.
after it's released. It's kind of cool how Jensen Ackles is going to be Batman in this after he voiced the Red Hood
Mm,
and
yeah,
under the Red Hood from like 10 years ago or whatever.
which I like. I really like that movie.
Yeah, Under the Red Hood is probably my favorite DC animated movie. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like really really good. If you guys haven't seen Under the Red Hood, check that out. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, check it.
Um, Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City pushes its release date to November. It was supposed to be coming out on September 3rd, but it's been pushed to November 24th, beginning the Thanksgiving weekend. I don't believe it says why it was pushed back, but I mean, I just imagine that it's for the same reason that everything in the world is getting pushed back. But yeah. So yeah, that's all there is to say about that. Is that it's getting pushed back from September to November, just a couple months. Yeah. I think at this point they should probably just put it at October, right? I mean, fuck it, just go for the Halloween shit.
Well, they have Dune for October, so they probably don't want to go up against that.
Yeah, I mean, you could put it
If
later
we're
in
back
the
in
month.
theaters,
Fine.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't risk that personally.
But
But yeah,
speaking of Halloween movies, we have uh Spiral from the Book of Saw, which is releasing next month in May, which is again seems like a weird release date for this movie. Um,
I haven't watched this yet.
but hey, we have Chris Rock and Sam Jackson in the Saw movie, so let's go. It's a 2 minute
Is
and a half trailer. I haven't seen this at all either, so we're both checking this out for the first time,
the
I
first
believe.
time? Yeah. Is this a
Yeah.
reboot or is it like a sequel?
I want to say it's like a soft reboot continuation, but I don't really know to be honest.
Gotcha. Hmm.
Uh, there's like a USB. There's the pig.
Oh my god. The traps. The
Yep,
traps.
the traps. Oh, the train. Oh
Oh
man.
fuck that.
Oh, Jigsaw. Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
they
Okay.
mentioned they mentioned in the trailer how I thought the Jigsaw killer was dead. So this is a continuation then.
Gotcha. Okay. Hmm.
Yeah, indeed.
I was never big into the Saw
I
movies.
I watched like the first few, but then I just kind of fell off after that.
I was in the first one, and I'm not really into like a lot of the gory kind of scary movies,
I gotcha. I gotcha.
but I'll watch them on occasion.
I'll probably watch this when it comes out.
We'll probably end up group watching this, I
Yeah,
imagine.
probably.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I
I am
feel
kind of
like
curious. I want to know what happens next because like there were like a billion of those Saw movies.
yeah. I don't remember how they ended up ending, but I mean, they're obviously continuing it with this, so
Hmm.
we'll see what they do, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, yeah, like I said, I'm sure we'll be checking this out at some point. And it comes out in a month, so it's not too far away. I thought it was further away. I thought it was like October or something. Here we are.
Oh, that looks awful. Hell no. Fuck that.
Here we are.
Looks
Okay.
interesting. I'm not hype about it or anything, but it looks cool. I'll check it out.
Yeah. From that to something more cheery, we're going to Space Jam: A New Legacy, which is the sequel to Space Jam. I've seen this one already.
I have as well.
But yeah, we got LeBron and his fake actor kids here in this movie. Uh, they're like in some sort of server room, and there's a portal for some reason, and the kid gets transported. And I'm not gonna lie, that "What in the Matrix" hellline kind of got a chuckle out of me. But anyway, LeBron gets transported to Game of Thrones and the Wizard of Oz or whatever. Here we are
Westeros.
in this digital thing, and he sees Rhodey Don Cheadle over here, and then we see some little creature from like Wreck-It Ralph 2, and they send him to Toon World, and down he goes, Toon World. He gets transformed into a cartoon, which looks like, what we're kind of used to seeing from Looney Tunes. And then there's Bugs Bunny.
What's up, Doc?
Yeah, what's up, Dak? And then he builds his list of team, his team with Superman, Gandalf, Iron Giant, and King Kong. And he literally shoots the ball when Yosemite Sam shoots the ball when fucking Don. Okay, so right here, this is where the movie just turns into fucking Ready Player One slash
Right? Yeah.
Wreck-It Ralph 2 when they're just putting everything into this one movie. We got Anthony Davis, Dame Lillard, Diana Taurasi, and Klay Thompson, and they got a bunch of actual NBA, WNBA players to play the Goon Squad in this movie. Um, I don't know how all these people are in Toonland, or
Right?
like
I don't
where did they
either.
all come from? Uh, and then like all these like cameos from all these other movies, like you got like the Game of Thrones dude in the background, and you got like the dudes from like Clockwork Orange in the back, and there's just so many characters in this.
Hey, I
Like,
saw Robin.
yeah,
Totally
I'm
saw Robin.
sure if you like look
Look right
keep
there he
an
is.
eye out in the background, you can kind of
You can totally see him right there.
oh yeah, there he is.
Uh,
Yeah, if you, like keep a freeze frame there, you could probably spot a bunch of different. uh
it's hard to tell because some of them are blurry, but it's easy to see Robin because he's it's Robin. He's in that Robin outfit.
Yeah. So
Oh
if
god,
they're doing a bit much for this movie, but I don't know. Well,
we'll
it's
see.
so much. It's so much out of context. Like we're just seeing
Yeah,
like well, we don't even know how all got here. I assume that thing there is like, probably like towards the end of the movie, and I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
look,
I'm gonna
I
check
look.
it out for sure.
I
So
ain't expecting Oscars or anything. I expect a good time with fun and nostalgia. So that's kind of what Space Jam is. So like, I'm gonna check it out. It looks fun. It'll be a fun time, I'm sure.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'm definitely gonna be checking it out. Like I said, yeah, we'll see. Well, now we have a Black Widow. Marvel Studios' Black Widow.
I haven't
This
seen this
movie
yet, so you're gonna get a
coming
live
out
reaction out of me.
This is coming out July 9th. So let's check this out. Natasha says you don't know anything about her. She's lived a lot of lives before she was an Avenger. And we see
Hmm.
some shots from the older movies. We see Civil War, Ultron, Avengers, Endgame. It's kind of cool how they set this up here. And then we have, Clint and
Oh my
Natasha there.
god, I I cry at this scene every time I see it in the movie. In Endgame.
This
Uh,
July. That white suit looks badass.
yeah, it does.
And then we have Yelena Belova. We have fucking Hopper over here looking young without the beard. I can't believe that they cast Rachel Weisz as the mom. I'm like, how is she the mom of these? Like, I'm just like, all three of these women are gorgeous. Like, how are they? Like, damn. Like Rachel Weisz ain't that old. Come on now. Also, another thing I hate, I do not like. I do not like at all the look of Taskmaster in this. I actually really do not like it.
That's fair. I think I like his original look.
I prefer the skull mask with the hood and
Yeah.
I just he looks like a fucking he looks like a dirt biker here or some shit, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it just doesn't I don't fuck with it, man. It just does not look good. Like the MCU has done like such a good job at like translating comic costumes and gear and stuff from the comics into the MCU. But I don't know how they fucked up so bad. Taskmaster, he looks. I'm gonna say it looks terrible. It's probably one of the worst designs they've ever done, in my opinion. It looks
Yeah, I'm
really
not
bad.
crazy over it. I'm not crazy over it for sure.
It looks terrible. If you're asking me, it looks really really bad. Yeah, I don't like it at all. But other than that, I like what I'm looking forward to this movie quite a bit. I'm sure, despite how shitty Taskmaster looks, they'll make him be badass. I just think he looks stupid as shit with that armor on. I think it looks terrible. Uh, but yeah, that's my opinion. I think it looks bad, but I'm sure the character itself will be good in the movie. I'm not a fan of the armor. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that movie. I have been looking forward to that movie
Same.
since before it was supposed to. We were supposed to have seen it last year, but things happen, and you get everything got pushed back, and here we are now. Uh, gonna be watching it in like 3 months or whatever. But yeah, movie looks good. I'm excited about it. Uh, we have two other things here to cap off our movie news. And we have Anthony Ramos is tapped for the new Transformers movie. So Anthony Ramos is currently pretty in demand, apparently, after doing In the Heights, which is another movie coming out here. I think sometime this year, and it is. I think In the Heights is a musical.
I think so. This
I
is the
want.
thing Baba posted the other day, right?
Yeah, Anthony Ramos was also in Hamilton, apparently. Yeah, so he was in Hamilton. He was in A Star Is Born. Apparently, he was a staff sergeant in King of the Monsters and Godzilla. So, hey,
Huh.
so he's been in some stuff here and there, but he's gonna be um, in the new Transformers movie. Apparently, so there you go.
That's cool.
Uh,
I
he
hope.
is in final negotiations to lead the next installment of the Transformers franchise, being directed by Creed 2 Helmer Stephen Capel Jr. The details are not known yet. Testing is currently underway for the female lead to star opposite of Ramos. Joby Harold penned the screenplay. Uh, so yeah, I don't know which one of the many Transformers projects this is. They're working on like multiple Transformer movies, and this is just one of them. I don't know. We don't know which one this is yet, but yeah, they're working on one of them, and this Anthony Ramos is in talks to be the lead in this one. So there we go. Speaking of other casting news, Edgar Ramirez joins Lionsgate's Borderlands. So add another person to the Borderlands movie. Uh, Edgar Ramirez will be portraying Atlas, a business titan and arms manufacturer who happens to be the universe's most powerful person. So yeah, add another one to the list.
Mm-hmm.
of people cast the movie. Um, there's your Borderlands news for this week. And I think with that casting news, we are done with our movie news for the week. So there you
That
go.
is the news, ladies and gentlemen, for the week. Some good stuff in there. Are we ready to move on to our main topic, Daniel, or do we need a break?
Yeah, let's move on.
Let's hit our main topic. So let me go ahead and fix the. I'll put up a text thing for us. Are we gonna? Because I assume we're gonna talk spoilers.
Of course, we always do.
Exactly.
We
So let
always
me get
do,
us.
Fran.
I almost put King, not Kong. Um,
King Kang,
King Kang.
Danky
All
Kang.
right. We're now discussing the Godzilla vs Kong. Spoilers, if you haven't seen this yet, which I assume like the vast majority of people have, because it's kind of easy to see because we all have the not all I assume, but like most people have HBO Max or have a friend that does, and you get together and watch a movie, or they let you log into their account and watch a movie. Um, so I'm actually genuinely curious on how many people like. I wish I had the statistics of how many people are watching these movies.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I'd be
in
intrigued as
comparison,
well.
I would like to see those numbers. Um, but yeah, it is time. So we're gonna be spoiling the shit out of this.
Let's do it.
So get the hell out of here if you haven't seen it and don't want to be spoiled. Otherwise, you've been warned. Yo. Uh, let's start with Daniel. Did you like the movie?
I did like the movie.
I also
I do like
like the
Godzilla vs
movie.
Kong.
Um. Uh. So it takes place 5 years after Godzilla King of the Monsters,
Mm-hmm.
and we open up on
Which is
the
kind of before you continue. It's kind of
yeah,
weird
no.
that that there wasn't any like in those 5 years nothing happened. Like it just seems kind of odd that like
All we kind of
ah,
get at the start is like a bunch of screens that show up like the Titans, which is what they're calling uh the creatures. Like you get a screen of like a Titan, and then it's like defeated, and it'll
yeah
show another one Titan defeated, and it's just like they kill all the monsters like off
yeah they're like
screen,
they kill him off screen. I was like, what's that? How you gonna do that, dude?
which is kind of a bummer because don't they even establish in King of Monsters that we kind of need them? Like they
They're
kind of
like
help make the world better.
yeah,
So I
and
don't know
then
what the
like and then
deal is with that.
you set all that up, and then just don't even. Oh man, it's so disappointing.
If it was me, I wouldn't have had those screens personally. Like that's one of my little gripes. I have a few little gripes with the movie, but man,
Yeah.
it seems kind of whack to be like defeated, defeated, defeated. Like man, we had so many monsters in King of the Monsters, and now they're all just gone. Although I guess defeated doesn't necessarily mean dead, but it
Yeah.
still seems kind of whack.
No, I agree. I agree. Especially like you go from one big movie and you set up that there's a shit ton of them, and then you go to the next one. You're like, oh, 5 years later, they're not around. They're
Right?
somewhere.
I so that's one of my little
No, I'm with you on that.
things I didn't
That's
particularly
understandable.
like. Um, and then like another thing at the end of King of the Monsters, which is spoilers for King of the Monsters, but if you're here for this, then you've obviously seen that. I hope. Um, it's like we kind of get like a Mothra egg, and no like Mothra or anything related to Mothra. No reference to the egg at
Mm,
all. Like
yeah,
like it's hinted pretty strongly at that,
yeah,
and then like no follow up. So I'm not exactly sure why they did that because it felt like they set a lot of stuff up and then just like we're just gonna have Kong and Godzilla fight, just cause. Um, But anyway, the movie opens with Kong on Skull Island in this
Mm.
giant fucking dome.
He's in the dome, yeah. They're being kept under surveillance. They
Get in
got
the
this
dome, the Skull
they got
Island dome.
this little deaf girl who's chilling with him and communicating with him and whatnot. With sign
Yeah,
language stuff.
which is pretty cool. I
Yeah.
liked I liked that. I think she added a lot to the movie. Like it's easier to see the Titans um through the eyes of a child than it is through all the adults. I'm always more interested in. Well, let's be real. We're all always more interested in the monsters than we are the people. But I think the kid had something that usually is pretty good to get, especially her communicating with Kong. Um,
Yeah.
and it kind of then we move on to like this Apex cybernetics deal, and like I don't know why every time I heard Apex, I thought of Apex the game. Uh,
Yeah.
every fucking time
Yeah.
Apex was mentioned, I was like, oh, especially because you guys all started playing Apex again.
Yeah.
Like when it happened, that's like fuck.
Yeah. All right, boys,
Um,
we dropping over here. Let's go.
let's go. Um,
That's too funny. Yeah, yeah,
uh,
nah. That is Apex fucking yeah.
and
So
so Godzilla's like attacking this shit, right? Like just having rampages at these
yeah, he's
places
attacking the thing because you know he's not he doesn't fuck with what's going on there.
for some reason. But if you freeze framed the trailer, the original trailer, you would know the reason. Um,
Yeah.
at a certain point,
Or if you're on the internet and you follow the official Funko page and
right?
they tweet out or they make a post about some of the new pops coming out for the new movie and then you watch you see the thing and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm not even
thanks, guys.
I'm not even mad about it because it's not like something that I wouldn't have been able to guess. But it's just
Mm-hmm.
like, man, we're 2 weeks away and you guys just don't care, huh?
Yeah,
I
it was weird.
it, I kind of guess that they were putting it in the trailers, but I don't know. Did they just not care anymore? They're like, all right, he's in the trailers now, so fuck it. I don't know. I don't understand really what happened there, but anyway, it doesn't. And if you want to know what the hell we're talking about, you've been warned already, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Mecha Godzilla is in this movie.
Yeah,
Uh, that is the that is the ultimate threat here. The main thing that brings. Well, I don't know if it brings them together because before we saw this movie, we were told, or they said, and by they I mean I just we saw it on the people who were involved in the movie. They would be a winner between Godzilla and Kong, right?
mm-hmm.
And you better believe there is a winner in this movie between those two. They do get the fight, and the fight is pretty cool. They have a couple. They have a couple of different fights actually.
Yeah,
Um, and like for the most part, Godzilla I think won the majority of them. But to be fair to Kong, he was kind of at a disadvantage during their first encounter.
yeah,
So I don't really give him shit for that one. He was at a huge disadvantage. Not only was he like tied up and stuff, but he was like underwater at one point too, and like there was just a bad. It was bad. It was bad for Kong, man. He was not that first fight. That first encounter was not in his favor. He was handicapped pretty hard there.
yeah,
So Godzilla was able to get the upper hand on that one, and then like towards the end of that fight, he stared him down. He's like, "Yo, what's up, bitch? We in the water, man. You ain't gonna win." And then later on, they fight again, and Kong kind of beats up on Godzilla a little bit, but ultimately Godzilla takes him down, and he
Yeah,
Kong,
Kong kind
yeah,
of evened the scale with his
with his
spear,
axe,
spear axe. Yeah, axe. That's it.
with his he kind of grabs the axe and he kind of puts up a little bit of a fight. But even with that, he just gets his ass beat still. So
Yeah.
if you were Team Kong, then I'm sorry.
Sorry, guys.
You're
Kong.
we're
Kong
talking
ultimately loses.
a giant monkey versus a radioactive lizard monster. So come on. Uh
um, I
yeah,
will say
Godzilla,
the monsters look great.
they do.
And the fighting looks good.
Yeah.
Like I never once thought, oh, this. I never thought like this looks bad. It never looks bad. I think it looks good the whole way through. There's a scene after Godzilla and Kong fight the first time, and they show a close up of Godzilla. You know the scene I'm talking about, where he's like up and he's like looking at like the fiery of the ships and all that stuff, and it's like real close in. Like that shit looked good. It looked
Yeah.
real good. Um, so all that looks great.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
all the monster stuff, the fighting stuff was all great to me. Like that's the kind of stuff that I like to see in these kinds of movies. So
mm,
I was all about that. I was for sure super super excited to see that. And then yeah, by the time you get Mecha Godzilla in and they start fighting, it was pretty cool seeing Kong rip him to shreds, you know, with the axe and stuff.
but I loved when Godzilla like charged up the axe.
Oh
Like they're
yeah,
fighting together and shit. And he gives him the breath on the axe because the axe is like a Godzilla type scale that absorbs his energy or whatever,
yeah,
uh, uh, and gives it like a power boost, which is pretty dope.
yeah. Which speaking of Godzilla charging it up, I I know that several people have said that they don't like how much Godzilla uses the atomic breath in this movie,
I'm one of those people.
which I didn't. I was like, well, so I love when he uses the atomic breath personally, but he kind of does overdo it a lot in this movie.
Yes.
He's doing it like every chance he gets, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And like usually he gets denied a couple times, but it's like,
It's
damn,
his
dude.
main execute ability. Like he's trying to. It's like the only way he could kill Kong almost. So he tries to
Yeah.
use it on him a lot. My issue is like he's just using it very rapidly in succession, and it just I don't know. I don't hate it. I like the atomic breath. It's just I want more hand to hand a little
Yeah.
bit. I feel like he uses it too quick. I feel like it's supposed to charge up more than it does. He's
I
just
just
shooting it everywhere.
my issue's not that. It's just that he does it like so fucking much, dude. It's like, wow, he really just does keep using this thing.
Hmm.
Like he uses it like in every fight that he's in the movie, and it's like, damn. Like if he uses so much in this one, why didn't he use it as much as in the other movies? You know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I still love every time he uses it, but it's like, yeah, you kind of overdid it there a little bit, you know.
Shoot, 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 shoot.
But yeah, I don't know. Let's see what else do we want to get on. So for me, or actually, hold up. How did you feel about the human characters?
Yeah, I think
Because
uh
usually they're like hit or miss for me.
the kid is fine. The deaf girl is fine.
Oh yeah,
She
she's probably like the best human
the
character.
doctor lady that's with her is fine.
Rebecca Hall, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Uh I just the others aren't really featured that much really when you if you watch the movie, they probably not even in it for to me what feels like 15 minutes if you put it all together. I don't know
Yeah,
exactly what it would work out
like
to.
what's his name from King of the Monsters, the Levin's dad.
Yeah, I mean
That
he's
homie's in it for like 2 minutes total or whatever, and he was like one of the main characters of the King of the Monsters or whatever.
yeah.
I mean, like I'm gonna be honest, King of the Monsters is my least favorite out of all of them. Like
Mhm.
that might pain Jake for me to say, but I'm gonna be honest, that's my least favorite one out of all of them. Like sure, the soundtrack is great, and you know it's cool seeing Rodan and Ghidorah and Mothra, and you know it's all that's cool and all, but I just do not give a single shit about any of the human characters in King of the Monsters like 11 is like whatever, and then the dad is like whatever. And the mom is fucking a maniac and a psycho, and it's like I just don't care about any of the human people in that movie, dude. And like they kill off the ones that I did care about, which was fucking Serizawa and the other lady from the first movie, from the first Godzilla movie. Like they kill them off. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like the ones I actually cared about, you kill off, and then we were stuck with this family that I don't really give a shit about. And it's like, I, yeah, yeah. I mean, all the monster stuff in that movie was great, but the rest of it, I don't really care about, you know. But anyway, back to Godzilla versus Kong. Um, so yeah, I was kind of glad when we didn't really focus too much on those human characters. I'm like, I don't really care anyway. I mean, we're still with 11, with her and the homie from the kid from Deadpool 2 and Hunt for the Wilder People. She's hanging out with that kid, and they're on their little fucking, on their adventures, hanging out with the podcast homie, and they're all you know eating food and going to fucking you know going to Apex and all this other shit. Like that was whatever, but it just again I didn't really particularly care for that kind of stuff either. I mean, it wasn't as bad to me. That human stuff wasn't as bad as it was in King of the Monsters, but it was still kind of just like I don't really, I was definitely more invested in the Rebecca Hall, the little deaf girl stuff.
Yeah, I was as well.
To me, that's where the human stuff worked, and then yeah, because the rest of it, I'm just like, whatever.
It's weird how they kind of do that because the Millie Bobby Brown character and her squad are kind of pro Godzilla, right? And they don't have a lot of
Yeah,
screen time, but Godzilla ultimately wins. And
yeah.
then we focused on Rebecca Brown and
Rebecca Hall, yeah,
yeah, we're sorry, Rebecca Hall. Sorry,
yeah.
I looked at two names and they merged.
No,
Um,
you're good. You're good.
um, and Kaylee, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Hotel. Um, uh, with Kong, and he's the one
Oh
that
yeah.
ultimately loses. So it feels like
So
you're almost supposed to root for Kong in this movie a little bit.
yeah, I mean, they're trying to get both sides of the thing, because it is
Yeah,
Godzilla and it is a Kong and a Godzilla. So
yeah.
um, but yeah, and then Majin brings up a good point. The whole like the alcohol spilling on the console thing, and then that's how they get bypass or whatever. That's so
That was
stupid,
so
dude.
stupid. I hated
That's
that.
so dumb, dude.
Out of the everything in this movie, that's probably the thing I hate the most. Like that's stupid.
It's pretty dumb. It's
I
pretty
didn't
dumb.
particularly like the conspiracy theory character.
The
Like,
podcast, dude.
yeah, I didn't like he didn't.
Your boy
Eh,
Bernie.
eh, he's fine, I guess. I don't know. It was a little weird. It was. I just don't. I just didn't like him. Like he didn't appeal to me. I'm sorry. Uh, he's a little wacko. Um, and then the guys that make Mecha Godzilla, their whole motivation's a little wrong. I want us to be top of the food chain. I guess that's simple enough motivation.
I suppose so. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I was hoping for something more, but
Which,
uh,
speaking of that guy, I like how the main villains of this movie, people, the main bad guy who comes up with Mecha Godzilla, he's a. I like how it's a Mexican actor, and like even the daughter, the one that we all hated, that
mhm.
was kind of annoying. They're both Mexican, and their names are Walter Simmons and Maya Simmons. I'm like, come on, oh, we have Mexican people in this movie, and they don't have Mexican names. What the fuck, bro? What is this? Oh God, that was fucking hilarious too. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, and then and then again, like Kyle Chandler's character's in the movie for like 2 seconds, and like he doesn't even matter really. Uh, I thought the Sarazawa character would be a little bit more. I don't know what's the word. Maybe a little bit more important,
but no, he
but
just
no, he's
he's
just
just
in the
there.
Mecha Godzilla, and he ends up
He's
getting fried
dead.
or whatever. Bye
Yeah,
bye. Yeah, so I mean, and then like, how'd you feel about Skarsgård, the Nathan Lind.
I mean, he did okay. Um,
Because honestly, I feel like the human characters in this are kind of weak too, man. Like
they
they're just
are
weak.
weak. They're very weak. Like the only two characters I really like I said, was Rebecca
Yeah,
Halls
Eileen
and
Andrews which is Rebecca Hall, and then Gia, which is yeah,
yeah,
the little deaf girl. Yeah, so yeah, I think I'm in agreement with you there that those are the best two human characters. Because other than that, I'm just like, I just want to see these big monsters fight.
yeah. Um, which the humans are always kind of weak in these movies, but they felt very weak in this one.
But they don't have to be weak though. Like so Kong Skull Island is still my favorite one of these out of all these.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the human characters in that movie. They're so good.
Yeah, they're much better
Like
than the.
fucking what's his name? John C. Riley's character is fucking fantastic, dude. I love his character in that movie. Even
Mm-hmm.
Sam Jackson's over the top, military dude who doesn't want the war to end. He's like he lost one war, so he wants to win the one versus Kong or whatever. Even his like over the top dude was great, man. I like his character, and even Brie Larson and Tom Hiddleston's characters, which were like they were fine, but they weren't like you know they weren't as great to me as like John C. Riley's Hank Marlowe or whatever. I feel like the human characters in that movie were fun. Like they were enjoyable to me, but just in these Godzilla movies, they're just kind of like not great. I feel like out of all the Godzilla movies, my favorite human characters are in the first one, which were the Brody family. With your boy Quicksilver and uh, Walter White. You know,
Yeah.
fucking Bryan Cranston, and yeah,
Man, I
like
haven't watched
those.
that one in a while. I need to go back and watch it.
Oh, dude, we recently rewatched it, and I'm gonna be honest, I like that movie more and more every time I watch it. So it's a heavily underrated movie.
Yeah.
Like, cause like I remember watching the OG, like, or not OG, but the 2014 Godzilla, the first of this newer series of movies.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I liked it, but I was one of those people where I'm like, dude, you're only gonna show Godzilla like for a couple seconds, and each time you show him, it, and each time he fights the Mutos, you're gonna cut it to the news or
Yep.
whatever. And like I was kind of like upset that we only got like the end fight and that was it. So I was hoping for more, but like over the years, I've kind of begun to appreciate more of what they were going for in that movie, and I really like the 2014 Godzilla now. If I had to rank all of these movies in order, like of my favorite to least favorite, I would probably go Kong Skull Island, Godzilla 2014, Godzilla vs Kong, and then King of the Monsters. That's my ranking for these movies. For me, for my personal preference.
I probably have to rewatch all of them before I ranked them because it's been so long since I've seen the first one,
The
and
first
I
one's
haven't seen
fun.
Kong Skull Island in a while either. I'd like to rewatch this.
Yeah, I mean, we recently rewatched them again before Godzilla vs Kong, and I enjoyed them.
Um,
But anyway, back to this movie.
I
Yeah,
I
so
didn't like the music in this one as much either.
really? I thought it was
Yeah,
fine. I thought it
it's
was fine.
okay, but I didn't like it as much as the others.
I got you.
Like I don't think it's bad.
Yeah,
I like
no,
the others more.
yeah, I got you. I got you. Yeah, I mean,
Um,
I thought it was pretty decent as well.
but what were you gonna say? Sorry, I cut you off.
No, I was just saying that. Yeah, we kind of went over now that we're like, you know, talking about the human characters in all these movies. I think, yeah, this movie has some pretty weak human characters. The best in our opinion, we already stated who they were. Was Eileen Andrews and Gia for what we prefer. Um, we talked about the fighting. Talked about so as I was watching this movie, I couldn't help but compare it to BVS, Batman v Superman,
Yeah.
because you have the two sides fighting, right? You have Godzilla, you have your Superman with Godzilla, you have your Batman and Kong, and these two things are fighting each other, and then ultimately they team up. Why did you say that name? And they end up fighting Mecha Godzilla, which is their doomsday, and I couldn't help but see the similarities in it. It was pretty funny. Um,
It's hard not to make the jokes of Martha,
yeah.
right? It's like so hard not to make those jokes. And
Why did you
trust me,
say
we
that
made them.
name?
We made them. We made them every time we like when we watched it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Also, it's kind of crazy to me how like when they're fighting in Hong Kong
mm.
and oh, that's hilarious, Maj. Instead of saying Martha, they say Mothra.
Where's Mothra? Why'd you say
Why
that
did
name?
why did you say that name?
Defeated.
Oh God. No, but I was gonna say it's funny how when they're in Hong Kong and they're fighting, and there's like still people in these buildings despite these giant ass monsters tearing up this fucking city. And for some reason there's still people in these buildings like not
Right.
running away or
On the
leaving or
streets.
like
Like
what
you
do
get the
you
shot of Mecha Godzilla going over. Well, Kong and fucking Godzilla have been fighting all fucking night. What are y'all doing? Why are you out there? There's nowhere for you to be. Nobody's going to work. It's a national emergency. You
yeah,
know?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what that's all about. They're doing it for the Instagram or something, dude, because I don't know why else he would be there.
Man.
You have these giant ass creatures destroying the fucking town, and like not only that, but you have like Kong swinging and throwing his axe at these buildings, and like he's leaping from building to building and smashing and destroying shit. And these people are still just chilling in these buildings, like ain't nothing happened. Uh, yeah, it's wild. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I mean it's small. It's things like that. And then like, how'd you feel about the whole Hollow Earth thing? Like they dig up a hole and they go from one side to another, and like the portal shit. Like that's that kind of stuff is where it starts to get weird for me. Like, I mean, not that a movie about a giant fucking gorilla fighting a giant radioactive lizard isn't weird enough, but
So,
like when you start getting like the whole, what did they call that vehicle that they used?
shit, I don't even remember what the
Do you
fuck thing is
remember? I
called.
don't know. They used this vehicle to like
H-E,
travel
Have, Heav, right?
the whole Hollow Earth stuff just seems so weird to me. Like, I don't. I,
I'm fine with the Hollow Earth stuff. I don't like how Godzilla literally just blasts a hole to it and calls out Kong, and then Kong is in Japan all of a sudden. That's weird. I'm okay with the Hollow Earth. Like I can get with that because
I
it's
think for
such
me,
a
like,
future sequels.
yeah, like once we're down there, like I'm fine with it, like seeing all that crazy shit down there.
Mm-hmm.
But like the way they get down there, like with the holes and like
Yeah.
that, the vehicle that transports you down over there, and all this other crazy futuristic shit. That's the kind of stuff where I'm like, that's a little weird.
Yeah.
That's I don't know. I don't know. I like that. I don't know if I like that, but whatever. I don't know. It's just some of the stuff you can, I guess, you have to accept because they're just at this point they're just going for it. Like, who cares, man? We got a giant mecha Godzilla. Like, it doesn't, fuck. Nothing matters now. I guess at this.
Mm-hmm.
But that kind of stuff is weird. Like, again, I don't mind once we're down there and seeing all the stuff that's down there. But the way they get down there and like, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's some of that stuff is just a little weird to process.
Yeah. The power source for Mechagodzilla and it being down there, and then them somehow sending like a print for it back, and then that's a little weird. I don't understand how that worked exactly. Um, like yeah, it's not like they suddenly had a new power source. It's just like they sent us a readout of this thing, and now we can mimic it somehow. I guess that was a little weird. I feel like
Mm.
I'm shitting on this movie when I don't think it's a bad movie. These are all just my little gripes on it.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
all
yeah,
little things.
yeah, it's I don't think it's a bad movie either. It's just yeah, I don't know. It's just weird shit that these movies have. So I don't know.
Like I don't expect much for Kong and Godzilla to be beating the shit out of each other. Like that's
Uh-huh.
fine. I'm here for that. It's when they start messing the humans. Like instead of doing that for the power source, I'd have just had some alien meteorite crash into Earth and they used that to power Mecha Godzilla. Like that'd been cool. That'd been simpler. Instead, I feel confused by the power source deal. Like the meteorite would have made sense
Mm,
because like Ghidorah is like a fucking alien or whatever, and that's they use his skull in this movie for Mecha Godzilla.
yeah, they do.
Um, so
I
which
mean,
is why
shit.
Godzilla's on his rampage in the early parts of the movie.
Yeah. What they need to do is just bring in Zilla from the 1998 Godzilla movie, and then have him fight this Godzilla, and it'd be great. Then you could bring in Godzuki, and full over the edge, crazy, and just bring in all the wacky, bizarro, crazy shit from all the older stuff.
um,
So another thing about this one is we don't really have like anything to look forward to after this
yeah, there's no like post
because
credits or anything.
there's no post credit scene or anything. We don't know what the next movie after this is. Whereas before we knew that we were getting this movie. Like they were building up for this movie. So we're kind of in a spot now where it's like, well, I don't know what the hell they're going to be doing after this. And I imagine they did it this way because they're like, well, we don't know. We're in a pandemic. We're putting this movie on HBO Max, and it's in theaters as well. But like, we don't know how well this movie's going to do. So let's not do any post credits, anything. But I'd be shocked if fucking this movie doesn't make enough money for them to make more movies. Like if this doesn't make enough for them to warrant or to continue the MonsterVerse, and that'd be weird.
Yeah,
Because again, I don't think this movie's like super fucking fantastic or anything, but like it's not terrible. Like it's a fine movie. Like it's to me, it's kind of like it's a decent movie. It's fine. Like you're seeing these two fucking giant creatures fight each other. Like you know what I mean. Like
mm-hmm.
they fight each other. They team up to fight Mecha Godzilla. It's great. It's good stuff. It's good fun. Even though a lot of the human characters are not the best, or you got stupid shit like spilling alcohol on a console bypasses the whole thing, and this whole Hollow Earth thing, and you know uh, there's a lot of stuff where you're like, whatever, whatever. Like it's fine. You just kind of have to just accept it for what it is.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, you're still getting these two big motherfuckers fight each other, and that's pretty.
You're here for the action, and it's good action when it's there.
Yeah, absolutely,
Um,
absolutely. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of. Did you expect that Kong would win or Godzilla would win the fight? Because I did. I didn't.
yeah, yeah, I
I don't.
figured he would.
I didn't think for a moment that King Kong would win. And then once you start getting into the movie and then you actually see them fight, you're like, nah,
Yeah, like
no, no.
like Godzilla kind of hands it to Kong.
I was still kind of hoping that Kong would put up a little bit more of a fight, but I mean, I don't know, whatever. It's fine. I think it's fine. He still gets his ass beat quite a bit though,
Hmm.
but whatever. Godzilla's the king of the monsters.
Yeah, I mean
It
he's
is
just
what it is.
he's big boy. He's big boy. He's got the tail. He's got the atomic breath. What's Kong got? Kong doesn't have atomic breath.
He has an axe. That's it.
Yeah, that's all he's got. He's got the axe, which is like the equivalent of Godzilla's tail. He don't got the atomic breath. He got no superpowers.
Yeah.
I guess that gives Kong the edge, man. I mean, Godzilla the edge, man. Uh, so
Now they're
yeah,
now they're homies. They're chilling. They're good.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Godzilla's got the upper world, and Kong's got the fucking. Wow, I just completely blanked on what the fucking Hollow Earth. Hollow Earth. Yeah, there we go. That's the word. The whole Earth
Hello,
land.
hello, Earth. Yeah,
Hello, hello, Earth.
hello, Earth. All right, gone down there, fought
Mm-hmm.
some creatures. Anyway, um, yeah,
But yeah,
um,
ultimately, most of my gripes are minor. I still enjoy the movie.
yeah. I mean,
Um,
I still thought it was enjoyable as well.
I I like King of the Monsters more, and I have to rewatch the original Godzilla to see if I would like it more. I probably
Yeah,
would.
yeah, yeah. You should definitely check that out
And
because
also Kong Skull Island, which I know I liked Kong Skull Island, but it's been a while since I've seen it.
those are still my two favorites: is Kong Skull Island and 2014 Godzilla. Those are good movies. In my opinion, they're really good. They're fun,
Movie, yeah.
enjoyable films.
Um,
I'm trying to think of what else we haven't talked about for this one. We talked about the fight, talked about the humans, talked about the CG a little bit, talked about the ridiculousness of this movie. Um,
talked about the music a little bit.
the music, yeah. Which, by the way, Music Junkie XL,
Yeah,
which I thought was. I actually listened to the soundtrack before the movie came out, and I liked it when I was listening to it. But I don't know if there was anything like super memorable while at least while watching the movie. I have to watch the movie again to see if I can figure it out. But or if anything like sticks to my mind like some other stuff. But yeah, no, I thought the soundtrack was pretty decent, pretty good. Um, what else? What else we got here? I think the movie is for an hour and 53 minutes. Did you think it was paced pretty well? Like, was there like or do you think that it maybe could have gone a little faster, a little slower, or like how do you feel about that
I
in
feel
that
like you could
regard?
have trimmed a lot of the human stuff out, or chunks of it that we didn't really need. Like, but for the most part, I think it was fine. Really,
Yeah, I mean, I again, I'd probably have to watch it again, but I thought
same.
it was fine on the first watch, on the initial, kind of first watch there.
I definitely didn't feel like it was too long. I think it was fine.
No, if anything, there may have been a little fast in some parts because
Yeah,
obviously they're just trying to get these two big. They're trying to get Kong and Godzilla to fight each other, so they kind of have to get things moving and rolling, and But yeah, um, yeah, I don't know
I don't really have much more to say on it personally. I liked it
on the
really.
movie as a whole.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. I mean, yeah, for me, it's kind of like in the middle there. Like I'd put it above King of the Monsters and below Godzilla 2014 and Skull Island. Um, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think for me, like a huge part of like determining or not like the movie is gonna work for me is like the human element of it
yeah,
because like obviously we're obviously it's a given that we're gonna love the monster shit, right? Because that's what we're here for. If that's what you're going for, you're probably most likely gonna end up loving that. So the other part of the movie is the human element of it, and for me, it just in these Godzilla movies, it just hasn't worked a whole lot. Like King of the Monsters is like the worst example of that for me. I just do not give a shit about the humans in that movie. And then this movie is like a step above that, but still kind of like eh. And then for me, the most I cared about in these Godzilla movies is the Brody fam with Bryan Cranston and Elizabeth Olsen and Aaron Taylor Johnson and those folks. Which I kind of wish they would have just kept. I wish they would have just kept them through these movies, but you know, they're Aaron Taylor Johnson and especially Elizabeth Olsen. Elizabeth Olsen's Scarlet Witch stuff. So I mean, makes sense why she wouldn't be. Their big big and in demand right now with other stuff, so it makes sense they wouldn't be available for this. But it does feel kind of weird to me that like every movie they kind of switch up the human characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess that makes sense for there to be new human, especially like this movie's 5 years after the other one. Like, I guess it makes sense for there to be new human characters, but also at the same time, I'm kind of just like, part of me would just prefer if they would just kept the same people from the first movie, or like, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I just the human element is a huge factor of determining whether or not I'm gonna enjoy these movies. From that reason is why I have Skull Island at the top, because I really really enjoy the human element of that movie because it's so much fun. Um, Again, you have like these high over the top, out of this world characters with like uh the dude, the John C. Riley character and the Sam Jackson that are like pretty, I mean, I talked about it a little bit earlier, so you know what I mean when I say that. But like, yeah, like I enjoyed those characters, and again, each one of these movies has like human characters that I enjoy. But like overall, if the whole like experience, if the whole story of the humans doesn't, like, I don't really care about it, like I like then I'm just like, eh. Because of course the monster stuff is gonna be cool. Like that's always gonna be cool. Like seeing Godzilla use his atomic breath and fighting another big ass monster, like that those parts are always going to be enjoyable, like, always. But if you take that away and you leave the rest of the movie, what do you have with that? And for me, is I just some of these, they just don't hold up as much as, or as well as some of the other ones. So anyway,
Yeah.
that's my reasoning on why I have the movies ranked kind of the way I do for me, in case anybody was wondering.
Um.
But yeah, any closing thoughts then, Josh? Is there
Um.
anything you would like to see in the future of the monster?
The future. Well, I'm not big on like. So I'm not like Jake, where I know all the monsters and where they come
Yeah,
from and their origins or anything like that.
yeah.
Um. So if they were to do a movie, I'd like to see another Kong movie, if anything, because
I'm with you
he's
on
in the
that.
Hollow Earth now. And I'm kind of interested to see what all is down there in that little world. See what
Mm,
he runs into, discovers. Um, so if they were to do a sequel, I want to see it there. I want it to be on Kong. I want to see him kind of tangle with some other creatures that are as big as he is,
mm-hmm.
because he bows to no one, guys, according to the Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, we know now from fucking even what's his name, Kong, Kong bent the knee, so to speak.
mm-hmm,
The king has bent the knee to the god.
mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, yeah. I don't know.
If they were to do another movie with Godzilla, I want to see some alien monsters. Um,
That'd be cool. Something more crazy like that. Yeah.
yeah.
I wanted to see some of those monsters that they like introduced in the other movies, like the
Mm-hmm.
Scylla's and the behemoths and some of those other things that they had. I wish we would have seen those kind of more in like up like what's the word I'm looking for? Like not like more featured, because they're kind of just
Mm-hmm.
in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of just in the background. So you're like, all right, well, they're there, but it is what it is, I suppose. Um, yeah, I don't
Right.
know. I'm kind of with you there. I like to see more alien space things that are not from Earth.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be kind of cool. That'd be pretty neat for sure. Um, in terms of like specific monsters, um, I think Gigan would be pretty cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
I'll throw that out there. in case anybody wants like like what was something you want to see. I'll throw Geigen out there. Give us Geigen. I want to see that because I feel like that'd be an interesting one to have in this MonsterVerse.
Yeah. I
Also,
already saw the monster I wanted to see, which was Ghidorah. So,
Ghidorah. Yeah,
yeah,
I gotcha. I would like to see something that's like imagine Godzilla fighting something that's bigger than he is. Like how like that'd be fucking nuts. Could you imagine something that's bigger than him? That'd be crazy.
make my monster grow. Yeah, that'd be cool.
And for the memes, bring in Zilla from the 1998 one. Great. Let's make that happen. And then if you want to do a crossover, you bring in Clover from Cloverfield. And there you go. New Monsterverse. Uh but anyway,
Ready,
yeah,
Ready Player Zilla.
I
All the
guess
monsters,
I
every
guess
movie.
we'll leave it there. That was
Yeah,
So yeah, overall we both enjoyed the movie. You heard our thoughts on it and why we feel about it the way that we do and all that good stuff. But yeah, overall, I mean I like these movies for the most part. So I mean I'm I'd rather have more of them than not have.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I like this version of Godzilla and Kong, so definitely keep it happening. Keep it moving. Let's see what else you guys got. I'm curious. Keep and then like since they're already going like fully silly with like this whole Hollow Earth and like spilling alcohol on the console bullshit. If you're gonna keep going like ridiculous and you're not really gonna care about what happens anymore, then just keep bringing out bring out monsters that like we wouldn't expect. Like bring out like I I, I don't know all the names of them. I only know a few of them, but like uh just bring out shit that would be like even to like Jake or like somebody who's a hardcore, they would never expect that to happen.
you're right.
Keep surprising us, man. Keep bringing shit out that we would be like, the fuck is that? Like that's what I want to see in the future. Majin mentions Destroya, which
Yeah,
I'll be honest, I'm not too familiar with, but let me see.
I'm not familiar with a lot of monsters. To be like growing up, I watched a lot
Yo,
of Godzilla, but I don't remember any of them.
I just googled this thing. Yes, I want to see that.
That looks like a D&D monster.
That's like a demon thing. Hell yeah, dude. Let's do it. I'm all about it. Come on.
Bring the armies of hell.
Bring it forward, Legendary and whoever else is making these movies. WB, my bad.
Seriously, that does
Do
look
it.
like a
Make
D&D
it happen.
character.
I'm about it. Keep doing crazy shit like that. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Let us know what you guys think about this movie. What you were looking forward to in the future of these movies as well. Verse. And yeah, we'll we'll be out here talking about it and discussing it and all that good stuff. But that'll probably end it there for today. So thank you everybody for joining us.
Yes. Let us say our goodbyes. Daniel, you're up first.
Thank you for watching our episode number 69, nice, of the Clockwork Cantina. Our very nice episode to hear today with number 69. Talking Godzilla versus Kong. Um yeah, it was a fun one. We'll see you guys next time. Uh where we will be talking about a retro rewind. We're talking about a movie that we've talked about, I think, kind of pretty recently, right?
Hmm.
But we're gonna be talking about Starship Troopers. So we're gonna be rewatching that. Stay tuned. That'll be next Monday. So hope to see you guys there for that. But yeah, thank you for joining everybody. On stream, I'm currently just playing random games here and there, and we'll be starting Shadow of the Tomb Raider here next week. Um, So I'm excited to complete the trilogy of that. But anyway, thank you. We'll be seeing you guys later. Have a good one. Peace out.
Hi guys. I echo what Daniel says. Thank you for checking us out here on this episode 69. If you like what you're seeing, hit that follow button. Go follow us on all the social medias, join the Discords, and all that good stuff. That helps us out here on the channel. I want to stream sometime this week. I've been feeling the itch, and it's gonna rain at some point the next 3 days. So I'll probably try to do it during that time. So I'd love to come back. I haven't decided exactly what I want to start yet. I have a few options. Um, I can either continue Spider-Man, which is probably the most likely thing that will happen, or I can mess around with something else. But we'll see. Um, um,
You gotta finish that Spider-Man, man.
yes, I do. I do. Um, uh, no D&D for a little while. Still ongoing. Still working on stuff with that. And yeah, we'll see you all next week. Love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Take care of each other. Bye bye.